Welcome back to our series on minimalism. In our previous video, we delved into the concept of minimalism and how I've incorporated this lifestyle into various things, aspects of my life, including work, relationships, and finances. The benefits of minimalism have been astonishing, and it's been an inspiring journey towards embracing the idea of knowing enough for happiness. The significance of our thoughts cannot be emphasized enough. They have the potential to elevate or diminish our well-being. Our mindsets shape how we perceive the world around us, yet we often lack full awareness of the impact of our thoughts. Consequently, they may unintentionally incline towards negativity or self-sabotage. In this video, we will explore 5 habits designed to nurture a healthier and more joyful mindset. Embracing these practices can empower us to foster a more optimistic and fulfilling mental landscape. Recently, Alex and I made the decision to take a brief respite, affording us a precious chance to enjoy unstructured moments. Yet, even devoid of pressing obligations, I noticed myself persistently striding forward as if on a quest, consumed by a restless anticipation rather than embracing the present moment with contentment. This inclination is a familiar struggle for many of us. We're frequently taught to prioritize a results-driven mindset, both professionally and personally. While setting goals and striving for direction is commendable, this approach can have drawbacks. It may lead us to prioritize future achievements over our present happiness, inadvertently sacrificing our current well-being. As psychologist Robert Holden astutely cautioned, beware of destination addiction. Until you relinquish the notion that happiness resides elsewhere, it will remain elusive in your current circumstances. Although reaching our goals is undeniably satisfying, the thrill of accomplishment tends to be short-lived in comparison to the extensive time and effort invested in attaining them. Consider a day-long hike, where the journey to the summit consumes 99% of our time, leaving only a mere 1% to savor the panoramic view from the peak, a moment often overshadowed by exhaustion. Despite the breathtaking vista, it constitutes merely a fraction of the overall expedition. Why confine ourselves to relishing just that fleeting moment when we have the opportunity to appreciate the entirety of the journey? Shifting our mindset to prioritize the process over the end result can catalyze a profound shift in our outlook. A simple practice I've embraced involves periodically asking myself, how can I value the journey as deeply as the destination? This inquiry allows me to grant myself permission to pause, slow down, and relish every step of the process, rather than fixating solely on the ultimate goal. Imagine you're having a rough day, and when someone asks why, your immediate response typically revolves around external circumstances. Perhaps you were stuck in traffic, the weather was dreadful, or the store didn't have what you needed. Rarely do we introspect our own thought patterns as potential contributors to our unhappiness. Let's delve into this concept using a simple equation by Jack Canfield: event plus response equal sign outcome. While we may not always control the events that occur, we do have power over our responses, which largely stem from our thought processes. Imagine encountering a friend at the market who passes by without acknowledging you. Do you automatically interpret this as rudeness or a reflection on your likability? Alternatively, could we develop a habit of exploring alternative explanations? Maybe she didn't notice you, is busy, or simply isn't in the mood to chat. As Shakespeare eloquently expressed, "There's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so." Although we may not change the circumstances, we possess the power to mold our perceptions, thereby impacting our emotions and the eventual outcome of the situation. Let's pause for a moment of introspection. I'll provide you with a list of words, and I'm interested to know which ones resonate with you more, whether you vocalize them or ponder them internally. Do you tend to gravitate towards words such as frustrated, stressed, overwhelmed, irritated, stupid, afraid, annoyed, anxious, unhappy, or sad? Alternatively, do you find yourself drawn to words like love, fun, confident, grateful, excited, hopeful, wonderful, enjoyed, proud, or even simply saying them aloud can prompt reflection? I've observed that I often lean towards the words from the former list. This inclination may stem from our tendency to connect through shared challenges, accentuating life's complexities in personal interactions. Nevertheless, these word selections, particularly when made unconsciously, possess the potential to profoundly influence our self-perception and worldview over time. Even during solitary moments, our internal dialogue tends to echo these sentiments, inadvertently limiting our emotional well-being through our linguistic choices. Therefore, when I notice myself falling into this pattern, I actively strive to reframe my thoughts. Rather than expressing, "I'm afraid I won't meet the deadline for this assignment," I opt for a more optimistic approach, stating, "I hope I can finish this assignment on time." By consciously infusing our vocabulary with positive words, even if it involves only a slight shift towards optimism, we can significantly transform our perspective and emotional well-being. One significant factor that can rapidly diminish my happiness or overall well-being is comparing myself to others. Although it's often recommended to take breaks from social media or unfollow triggers, I find it unrealistic to completely eliminate comparisons from our psyche. It appears to be deeply ingrained within us. I occasionally grapple with the notion of eradicating comparisons altogether because, inevitably, I catch myself comparing and subsequently experiencing feelings of guilt, which exacerbates the issue. Rather than striving to eliminate comparisons altogether, I suggest developing a practice of reframing our perspective to encourage a healthier approach to comparison. Firstly, it's essential to acknowledge that comparisons often happen unconsciously, slipping past our awareness until feelings of self-doubt and insecurity arise. By becoming conscious of this tendency, we can perform a rapid reality check. We remind ourselves that the content we see on social media represents curated glimpses of someone's life, lacking the context of the struggles and challenges they may encounter. By humanizing these comparisons, we can opt for empathy over envy, mentally supporting others rather than succumbing to resentment. This change in outlook has the power to convert envy and jealousy into admiration, inspiration, or even motivation. By adopting this new mindset, we cultivate a more positive mental space, promoting connection and support instead of fostering comparison and competition. Psychologist Guy Winch delivers an impactful TED Talk emphasizing the significance of emotional hygiene, a concept frequently overshadowed by our focus on physical health. Just as we conscientiously care for our dental hygiene to prevent cavities and promptly attend to physical wounds to prevent infection, we must prioritize the maintenance of our psychological well-being. However, emotional injuries, when neglected, can be equally crippling as physical ones. Regrettably, we often downplay emotional distress as insignificant or worsen it through self-criticism. The initial stage of emotional hygiene involves acknowledging when we're facing emotional distress and taking prompt action to address it, rather than letting it linger. Instead of bottling up our feelings, it's beneficial to open up to someone about our challenges. As philosopher Alain de Botton eloquently expressed, having another mind present greatly aids our efforts to understand our own. I hope this is helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions. If you've developed a good sense of maturity in your life through different experiences, then let's have a discussion in the comments below. If you enjoyed watching this video, hit the thumbs up button. And if you're watching my videos for the first time, then please subscribe. And as always, follow your heart, my friend, and take action and go live the life you're born to live. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video soon. Take care.